Welcome to the Home Buying Education Series. Today's topic is the exclusive buyer broker agreement or a buyer representation agreement. What is it? Do you need it? Well, let's dig in and see. So what a buyer representation agreement is that it's an agreement between an agent and a buyer client that they will work together to find and close on a home. So you're basically hiring that agent to help you with your home purchase. So it's very similar to a listing agreement that sellers sign. Sellers go out, they find an agent, they sign a listing agreement that says, we're going to work together and you are exclusively going to help me sell my home. Well, a buyer representation agreement does the same thing. You are exclusively saying you will only work with this agent. The agreement states for whatever time that you choose. So you may have chosen to have this agreement just for one property that you're looking at, or for 2 weeks, or for a couple of months. The time frame can be flexible on them. Some people do these for up to a year. I think you'll probably find your house before that. So I think that's a little too long. The other items that are in the agreement deal with compensation. So the agreement states that the buyer agrees to pay a certain amount of money to the buyer's agent at the close of the house. However, that is offset by any amount paid by the listing brokerage. So let's say that the listing brokerage is offering X percent of the sales price to the buyer agent. Most of the time in this market, a vast majority of the time, that covers the buyer's agent's compensation. So buyer's agents are typically paid here by the listing brokerage. However, the buyer representation agreement does have whatever minimum that the buyer's agent will accept as compensation, just in case a listing agent has just $1 in there or something along those lines. In that case, obviously the buyer agent needs to be compensated. So these agreements, they have to be signed at the very latest at the time that you put an offer in on a property, because state law says that it has to be clear on who is representing whom in the transaction. So this agreement gives you exclusive representation. So you're not being represented by the guy on the sign who represents the seller, but your own representation to advocate for you. So that's what the buyer broker agreement does. You are hiring an agent to help you find a home. I am Patty Laforte, NoMoreRentalsForYou.com. I help renters become homeowners.